Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will demonstrate the basic MySQL commands using Shell. So without further ado, let's get started. First, we need to access the exam control panel. Right click, then run as an administrator. Let's install this, then start. We click this and see the localhost HPMyAdmin. But we won't do that. So now we need to create a user, and to do that we need to log in first using the default MySQL user. So default MySQL is uroot, and let's create a user. Create user called Roland or localhost, and let's make password for one to grant all privileges on or so. Okay, let's confirm. Let's confirm. Select all the user password from my that good. Then let's drop user called trace at local. Check again. So done, and exit. Log in to newly created one database. Let's drop database called drop me. Me is gone. Then let's also drop the information manage. Now let's create database called information management. So there. Let's use our newly created database. Use information manage. We are now inside the database. This is where we can manipulate tables, creating and altering tables. Let's create table using create table command. Create let's show tables first. Show table. So there's no table. Let's create tables. Let's call it CBL employee ID int 311. Not null is auto increment. Then name is varchar with 20 characters. Also not null. Location also varchar with 35 characters. Not null. Then age int with 11 characters. Then not, make it 3. Then not now. Then let's make the ID primary key. ID. Have an error in your near int. Show tables. CBL employee. Then let's describe the table. CBL employee. So we have 4 fields. Primary key, name, occupation, age. So let's alter table. So to alter table, you need to type alter table, then the table name, then add. So let's add the column called contact number 20, not null. So this describe the table contact number. Let's try to add more columns. So alter table, add address varchar not null after age. Then let's add salary int 100 not null after contact number. So let's check. We have the address after the age and the salary after the contact number. Let's try to alter table and drop column. Type alter table CBL employee, then drop column. Let's drop the contact number. Drop column salary and drop column address. So we drop the contact number, salary, and address. Now, let's insert data into our table. First, we store single records for all fields. So, insert into table and values like name, occupation, age. Let's say name, occupation, age. Name is Peter. Occupation engineer. Age is 32. Try. Let's show the data using select command. Select from DBL employee. We have one entry. Now we will try to store multiple records at the same time. So insert into DBL employee, then values first. Let's that is the ID, the name, the occupation, and the age. Joseph. Oh, we can copy. Hey, Joseph. Then he is a developer. 30. Age is 30. Then let's let's add name called John. President. President. And age is 60. Then yeah, Stephen is science. Age is, let's say, 60. Then add more. Call it Hawking. His name is he's still a scientist. Age is 57. Uh, so let's select, have 5 records. Next is update. So the update statement is used with the set and where clauses. The set clause is used to change the values of the specified column. So update table name set age equals to 29, where name equals John. John is 29. So we can also update multiple columns at once. Update table employee set name equals to Johnny. Occupation is equals to content writer, where ID is equals to 3. So the mistake here. So it is successful. Next is select. It is the most commonly used SQL query. It is used to fetch data from one or more tables. If you want to retrieve a single column from the table, we need to execute this query. So select name from table DBL employee. So if we want to query multiple columns from the table, we need to execute this query. Select name age from table employee. We have the name and age column. Next is delete. It is used to remove records from the MySQL table that is no longer required in the database. We can delete by typing delete from table name where name is equals to Joseph. Let's select. So Joseph is gone. Now let's apply several MySQL clauses in select. Let's start using where. So select from table name where ID was 1. Select room. Next is distinct. So select distinct occupation from table name. And if we enter this, it removes duplicate. So we have, let's select first to see the difference. There are two scientists. We use this, only one will show. Let's use another table. I mean database. Next is from. The MySQL from clause is used to select some records from a table. It can also be used to retrieve records from multiple tables using join condition. So we have officers and students. Select from officers. Select from students. Select from officers where officer ID is less than or equal to 4. Show 2. Then select officers that officer ID students that student name from students inner join officers on students that student ID equals officers that officer ID. Officer ID here, but the student name is from here. Use the left outer join. Select officers that officer. Let's just press up. Change student to officer. Left outer join students officer ID student at student ID student. Here have null. Why? Because the student only has three three have officer have four. Left outer add null. Next is order by. The MySQL order by clause is used to sort the records in ascending or descending order. Let's try. Select from officers where address is equals to formal. Then order by officer name. So we have two formal, John and Mark. Next, let's make it ascending or still the same. So we if we don't specify what we want, it will by default it will use the ascending order. So then let's try descending 4 and 1 from 1 to 4, 4 to 1. Next is group by. So the MySQL group by clause is used to collect data from multiple records and group the results by one or more column. The MySQL group by clause is used to collect data from multiple records and group the result by one or more column. It's just cut start. It is generally used in a select statement. It is generally used cut. It is generally used cut cut start. It is generally used in a select statement. You can also use some aggregate functions like count. So let's try. Select address count or from officer group by address. Ormoc is 2. Tacloban is 1. Bilyaba is 1. So 2, 1, 1. Then next is AND. The MySQL AND condition. Next, cut, start. Next is AND. The MySQL AND condition is used with select, insert, update, or delete statements to test two or more conditions in an individual query. So show you. Let's select from officers where officer name was true, false, and officer ID is less than 5. Excuse me po. So the result is 4 to Yaba. Let's confirm. So true. Next is OR. The MySQL OR condition specifies that if you take two or more conditions, then one of the conditions must be fulfilled to get the results. To get the records as result. So let's select from officers where officer name was, let's say Paul again. false, or officer ID is greater than 100. So it still shows false because this is true, but this is false. And or only need one true, while the and needs this both to be true. You can see the second condition, officer ID greater than 100, is wrong, but the query is displaying the correct result because 1 is true. Only need 1 to be true. So lastly is like. In MySQL, like condition is used to perform pattern matching to find the correct result. It is used in select, insert, update, and delete statement with the combination of where clause. Like, we can use like condition with percent, underscore, and others. For now, I will only show you the percent and underscore card. So, select officer name from officers where address Ike Sevilla. No, let's like that. The address is Villaba, but it still shows the name. Try add the ID. So it's correct. Mm, try to then let's try the underscore. It didn't recognize, but if say Aba, it recognized. Let's try to B underscore first recognized. And that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. See you again. Bye.